This portion of the news is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Breast cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths among American women. Early detection remains the best way to prevent breast cancer-related deaths. Many experts have tried to understand how to best balance potential benefits and harms of breast cancer screening. The American Cancer Society reviewed existing research and updated its recommendations for women who are at average risk for breast cancer.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
Mammography does save lives. It's the single best tool that we have for preventing a premature death from breast cancer in a woman.
Dr. Kevin Effinger from Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, along with a panel of other experts, examined decades of research to update the American Cancer Society's recommendations for breast cancer screening.
What we realize is that there's areas that the evidence is very clear, and there's other areas that there may be a trade-off. We recommend starting regular screening at age 45. The evidence clearly shows that there is substantial magnitude of benefit, life saved, compared to the risks of having a false positive biopsy, false positive additional images, or overdiagnosis.
In addition to starting yearly screening at 45, the American Cancer Society recommends that women transition to screening every 2 years at age 55.
Women aged 40 to 44 will benefit from screening mammography. We recommend that women have a visit with their healthcare professional and discuss their risks and benefits and the way how they look at false positive testing.
For the first time, the guideline supports informed decision-making, saying some women ages 40 to 44 should have the option to screen early, and women 55 and older have the opportunity to continue yearly screening if they choose.
We do not recommend a particular age to stop screening. There is definitely benefit into the mid-70s, and we think benefit beyond that in women who are active and have a 10-year life expectancy of reasonably good health. We no longer recommend doing clinical breast examinations for women in the United States.
Dr. Effinger says this time could be better spent counseling women about individual screening preferences.
This guideline, however, is not a one-size-fits-all. It's very key that a woman is able to express her beliefs, her own values and preferences to her healthcare professional in making that shared and informed decision.
Catherine Dolf, The JAMA Report.
About 8 to 10% of women are at high risk for breast cancer. The rest of women are at average risk. Only 65% of U.S. women are getting screened within a 2-year time period.
For the first time since the Miss Senior Golden Years pageant has begun, the Queen is unable to fulfill her duties. Lorraine Marie and her husband Tim have moved out of town. The first runner-up has now taken the crown and will complete her year in her place.
Lorraine she decided to move to Missouri, and they bought a farm there, and being the first runner-up, I just have to fill her big shoes. She did a wonderful job, and now I'm very excited to take over and finish out the year.
This is what they talk about when they say the first runner-up will fill the shoes if the Queen can't fulfill her obligations.
Correct. And so being gone, I moved up, and now I will do all the cutting the banners and cutting the ribbons and helping out on all the needs in Pahrump that we can do.
Will you be fulfilling your platform too?
Yes, my platform was the Special Olympics, and I will continue with that. Plus, I would like to expand it, go a little step further and add one more, and I'm not quite for sure which one it might be.
So you'll be Queen until the next pageant, which is in June, right?
Yes, it is. I believe it is going to be on June 20th or something like that. We have the date, it just slipped my mind.
The Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce held a ribbon cutting at a new storefront on Calvada Boulevard.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm Sue Bai with the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce, and we're very excited today to do a ribbon cutting for Andrea McGuire with the Hubster. Brand new location with some additional items that she's taken care of. So Andrea, at this time, would you please cut the ribbon? Yeah! All right, awesome, awesome.
Hubster is a custom embroidery shop where I do custom work. I also do work for our local private school, CCA. I have a retail store that just opened. I've been doing embroidery for 5 years now, and decided to open up a retail store because there was a bigger demand for custom work.
Everybody knows the Hub, so I'm assuming that we got Erin Hubble right here. Tell me about your involvement in this.
Well, she's really the leader on the embroidery part of this business, and it's kind of a washover. We're doing a lot of apparel and embroidery at the Hub, and so we're opening a retail business to support that as well.
This is in the building of where the old Pahrump Valley Times was, right?
Yes, it is the old Pahrump Valley Times newspaper building.
So you have an office space here so people can just stop by during regular business hours?
Business hours are Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5. Appointments on Saturday. So yeah, they can come anytime.
And phone number?
Phone number is 702-812-5354. You can also check us out on our Facebook page, Hubster Apparel and Embroidery. Check us out on Facebook. And you can see all the work that I've done over the last 5 years there.
Wonderful. And tell me some of the specialties. I know you said embroidery, but for teams, for what?
For our local businesses and for our horse community. I originally started to be in the horse community, and so I do a lot of horse apparel, people apparel, fly masks, bling. I do a lot of bling. I kind of combine the embroidery with our bling, and it just makes that embroidery just pop with some of the bling designs that I've created with the embroidery.
You had a ribbon cutting today, so you're part of the Chamber of Commerce. Any discounts for Chamber members?
10% discount on Chamber members.
Congratulations once again. Al Jazeera America will shut down on April 30th after a little more than 2 years on the air. The news was announced at a sudden staff-wide meeting today. As many as 700 staff members could lose their jobs. Al Jazeera said it would not give up on the American market entirely. The company plans to expand its existing international digital services in the United States. Al Jazeera America had invested in some in-depth reporting and commentary, but its ratings have remained anemic since launch. In primetime, the channel only averages between 20,000 and 40,000 viewers on a typical day. Al Jazeera America launched in 2013 after its parent company bought Current TV from Al Gore and others for $500 million. The channel was billed as a more sober alternative to the rancor and sensationalism that typifies other cable news outlets.
All right, more about a chili cook-off when we come back from this break.